My January was filled with explosions, giant praying mantises that hunt you down, vengeful gods, talking camels, people who can change into other people, and this was all just the same book series. Hello and welcome to Blackthorn Books. I am Dallin R, and if you're a fan of the Stormlight Archive, then you know why my friends call me the Blackthorn. In today's video, we're going to talk about Dungeon Crawler Carl books 4 and 5, spoiler free of course, but mostly this video is an update. If you've been following along so far, you know that we're doing 26 books in 2026. That's the challenge, and we've already built out the TBR for the year. If you want to watch that video, it's in one of these two places. I'm still figuring out where I got to point. So we planned out the year. Yes, this video is going to serve as an update. I've always liked it when YouTube channels are very transparent with their goals, not only just for reading, but also their channel. And so we're going to take a look at that today too. Where we're sitting with the 2026 TBR, what's coming next. We're going to look at maybe some stats, things like that. So let's dive into it. First off, for January, yes, we hit our goal. We read our two books. We read books 4 and 5 of Dungeon Crawler Carl, Gate of the Feral Gods, and The Butcher's Masquerade. We'll talk about these a little bit more after we go through these updates, but general impressions, yeah, very good. Dungeon Crawler Carl continues to get better. This is the book that kind of sold me that, yeah, this series it's real good. It's not just good, I think I love it. So 2 down, 24 books to go. Let's look at my StoryGraph really quick. So StoryGraph, not a sponsor, but I absolutely love them. They're basically like what Goodreads would be if it wasn't run by any evil corporation. It's just another app that lets you track your books, build a TBR, rate things, follow your friends, see what they're reading, join book clubs, join challenges. But what I love about StoryGraph is it takes all that data of everything that you've read and it puts it into graphs. It visualizes it for you and it gives it back to you in a story, and it makes use of that data. So for example, I can look and see, okay, I read 2 books in January. I read 1,314 pages in January, which, hey, that's great for me. And then it even breaks it down further. It goes by mood, and it's like, hey, you read mostly funny, adventurous, and dark books. And yeah, that makes sense. It's Dungeon Crawler Carl. And it also breaks it down by day, and it gives you like a line graph of, hey, here's how many pages you read every single day. Also, StoryGraph had a challenge in January, and I think I would have done this whether or not there was a StoryGraph challenge, like where you could get a reward. I think the reward is like you get entered to win like a Kobo and like a $100 gift card or something like that. I wanted to enter it because it was a challenge to read every single day in January, and I thought that would just be a great habit builder, because if you want to build a good habit, it's just repetition, right? All you got to do is just do the same action over and over. Pretty soon it's a habit. So I thought, hey, if I could do 31 days of reading, then yeah, this year would start off on the right foot. And I'm proud to say I did it. I read every single day in January, and I've continued that actually into February. So we're looking in good shape. So anyways, StoryGraph, not a sponsor, but go check them out. They take your data, they put it into these awesome graphs, so you can kind of have a better idea of what your reading journey is like. All right, let's look at the YouTube stats. I want to be very transparent on this channel. So in the month of January, I had 4 videos and 6 short form videos. Now this is a brand new channel. I just started it in January, so I'm not expecting these stats to be anything amazing. It's the first month. It's gonna take a while for the algorithm to get to know what my channel is about and recommend it to the right people. I fully understand all of that. But here's how we landed at the end of January. We had 5.2 thousand views. I was pretty proud of that for a first month. That's pretty good. I mean, most of those obviously came from shorts. That's just the nature of the beast. More people are willing to watch 30 seconds of something than, a 20-minute long video, but that's okay. We had 61.9 watch hours. That one is big to me. I think that's pretty strong for a first month. Obviously, if you want to get monetized, you've got to get the 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. So this is a good start to the year. And then as far as subscribers in January, we had 37 subscribers. So not bad. That's, more than one a day, which is great. So thank you so much to any of you who have subscribed, especially in this first month. You're going to be the OGs when this thing is eventually monetized and has, however many thousand subscribers that we need to get to. You guys are going to be the OGs, so you get all the kudos, you get all the thanks, especially if you stick with me on this journey, so thank you. Currently, we're sitting at 39 subscribers, so we've gained a few more since the end of the month, which is great, and we'll hopefully continue to see that trend as we go. All right, any other stats you guys want to know about? Like I said, I'm really transparent. I will share pretty much anything with you guys. Just let me know what you want to know, and we'll talk about it. Okay, back to books. Yes, so we finished January, Dungeon Crawler Carl 4 and 5. What's coming next in February? If you don't want to go watch the video, which you can, it tells you everything I've laid out the entire year. But we've moved on to the Silverthorn. This is the second or third book, depending on how you're counting it, because the first book was either split into two or combined into one, depending on what version you have. But anyways, this is the second or third book of the Rift War saga. It's called Silverthorn. So we're 50 pages in on this so far. I'm actually really liking this one so far. I think I might like it maybe a teeny bit better than Magician and Magician Master, but it's too early to really have an opinion here. So we're moving on to Silverthorn, and then when we're done with Silverthorn, we're going to push straight through to the finale, which is the Darkness at Sethenon, not sure how you say it. Sethenon sounds way cooler, but there's only one E, so it's probably Sethenon. I don't know. But man, I just love these covers too. I think I've already said that like 100 times on this channel, but these older fantasy covers, they just get to me. They spark something in the imagination. Even if it is kind of like cringe, like that guy doesn't look cool, but the crystal ball thing is cool, and this like weird mouth thing he's going in, that's pretty cool. I don't know. I just like those covers. So that's what's coming next. So yeah, that'll be February, and thank goodness they're both a little bit shorter because I didn't really take this into account, but the Dungeon Crawler Carl books get bigger and bigger and bigger. Butcher's Masquerade, it's not the biggest book I've ever read, not close, but it was a big book, and at the end of the month I was like, oh man, these days are sneaking up on me. I gotta read more per day. And so it'll be nice to have just kind of a more relaxed pace with these books that are, 300-400 pages instead of 800 pages, which is nice. All right, let's talk about the Dungeon Crawler Carl 4 and 5. Again, spoiler free. So Dungeon Crawler Carl 4, I think, is the book that really sold to me that this series isn't just, oh yeah, I like this series. This is now I love this series, and I can't wait to read more. That's where we're at now with Matt Denneman, all because of book 4. I thought the first 2 books were very good. Dungeon Crawler Carl and the, it's Carl's Doomsday Scenario. Those were very good. Book 3 kind of took a backward step for me. Not that it was bad, like, I don't think it was a bad book, but it did kind of take a backward step with me. I thought the train system was just overly confusing, and I know there's the author warning, essentially. It says, don't worry about it, it doesn't matter to the plot. I know, but my brain doesn't work that way. And I just felt it sort of like over convoluted, and it didn't really offer anything new to me. But book 4, Gate of the Feral Gods, you start to peel back another layer beyond just the dungeon. And like there were kind of hints at it in the other books, but this one you start being like, oh, okay, there's something else going on here. There's something more to this larger world. There's something going on here. And it really starts diving into that, and you start to see more of the hand of the world at work that's running this dungeon a little bit, and you're going, okay, and that's really cool. And now it's like beyond this dungeon, I think there's a story, and I don't know if we're ever gonna get, we've got to get all the floors of this dungeon, but it feels like, man, there could be this massive story here, this massive like revolutionary tale, and that would just be so freaking cool. And then the next book, yeah, Butcher's Masquerade, really liked it. The ending to that is just so good. Like, it reminded me of a Sanderson ending where it's like you get to the last like 200 pages and you're like, all right, buckle up, bud. I'm reading this straight. I'm sitting down, one session, 200 pages. We're knocking this out, because dang, it was so good. And actually on my StoryGraph, I'm pretty sure that's exactly what happened. You can see my days. It's like hanging out about 50 to 60 pages a day. Some days are less, 40 or whatever, but the last couple days of the month I'm like 160, because I just sat and just powered through the ending of Butcher's Masquerade. It did have that Sanderlanche effect. So yeah, Dungeon Crawler Carl is a legit series. It is not just, oh yeah, that's the fun book. It's like, no, this has something to say. I am excited to read this. Like, can't wait for more. 7 and 8, or no, 6 and 7, I have, oh great, 6, 7. Go ahead and meme me all you want. 6 and 7 I will read in March. So why not just read them now in February, you might be asking? I am not the type of reader who can just power through the same book more than like 3 at a time. I gotta have change of pace. Plus there's a lot of other series that I want to get to. And so yeah, that's why I went with this one. A completely different vibe than Dungeon Crawler Carl. This is like classic 80s fantasy. So totally changing the pace, changing the story structure, changing the tropes, resetting my mind a bit, if you will. You know, it's not that I need a palate cleanser from Dungeon Crawler Carl at all. That's such easy reading and enjoyable reading. But it is like just for my sanity, just for like, I'm a mood reader and I planned out an entire year. Like that seems like maybe a bad idea. And I knew that I'm a mood reader. So I intentionally put these sort of blocks in there to spread things out so I wouldn't get burned out with a specific series, or that I wouldn't like overdo it and then go into a reading slump. Because that's the other thing too. I don't want to read just like 4 in a row of Matt Denneman and then just be in a reading slump because nothing else is like Matt Denneman. So it's like, let's space this out a little bit. That's the intention anyways. So hopefully that makes sense. Maybe you're like that too. I don't know. Maybe you're not. Maybe you're just like, hey, give me book 1 and then I'm going to read all the way through until I'm done. And if you are, great. I hope you enjoy reading that way, because we should all be able to read the way that we enjoy reading. So anyways, hopefully this like little impromptu update here down in my office was good. I hope you enjoyed the stats, the look into the TBR, the look into the YouTube stats, the look into the StoryGraph. Again, I just want to be transparent on everything. So if there's any questions you have about the channel, about the reading, about the TBR, anything like that, just let me know in the comments. I hope you are doing good on your TBR too. If you're following along, we're doing 26 and 2026. But if you've got your own TBR, you're doing your own thing, that's great too. I hope you're staying on track. And if you're not, well, we'll hope you've got some plans in place to remedy that, because we should all be reading more. We really should, especially in these dark and trying times. You know, we need our escapism any way that we can get it, and more frequently than ever, it feels like. So I hope you're reading daily as well. Anyways, that's all for me. Again, hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe for more. We do videos like this every Sunday. Well, not like this. This one's once a month. We do videos every Sunday, and then a monthly check-in like this every month. Until next time, I'm Dallin R. See you in the next one. Stay happy, stay healthy, keep reading. Peace. Oh, welcome to the office. I'm kind of toying with doing my monthly updates in here instead of in the bookcase, because the monthly updates are going to be a lot shorter of a video, so I thought maybe, have a new change of space, but I don't know, you tell me. Oh, hey, puppy. You like the bookcase or you like the office for an update? Anyways, let's get into it. Ooh, I don't remember my... Wait, we'll come back. Alright, hopefully that didn't shift things around too much. I think I went a little lower than before. Well, didn't mean to... If I adjusted the camera height or whatever, apologies. Had to get into my StoryGraph.